Jesus. Prefer Vic. That's cool. Jesus. Black Jesus. Black.
It's a green room. It's quite the green.
Please.
Did you get a good thumbnail?
You guys look good. I always look like I'm bewildered.
I feel like I look fucked up right now.
Why do we drink?
To get fucked up.
Yeah.
Why else do you drink beer to enjoy it? That's silly.
Episode 50, guys. That's a big deal.
That is a big deal. We've almost done this for exactly 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Almost.
You think that we've taken, what, 2 weeks off?
Maybe 3 total.
Maybe 3.
Because we only did 49 episodes. At least 3.
I don't remember what date our very first episode was.
January 16th.
I'll think.
10 days from that.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I have one.
Oh.
God damn it.
The right stuff.
I know, like electrical cases. It's just like always.
Just hold your dick.
It's, I mean, you try to hold this dick, bro. Don't hold it.
It's a personal problem.
He's already held it.
If I can't hold my own dick, you think you can hold my dick?
Yeah.
You cannot hold my dick, sir.
Right.
If I can't hold my own dick.
There's no way you can hold your dick. I've had this dick my whole life.
Good gravy.
Okay. That's
No, hold your dick quite like you. Are we going live on the YouTube already?
Oh yeah, we're already there.
Oh,
That's gold.
Man, that is
great.
cool if you turn it
oh,
early.
that's solid.
Ooh, all right.
All right, gents.
Oh man, we have to do something.
Oh no. That's Zeus and Alan.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right, Dix, 5-0. It's a big deal. Make it happen in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to episode 50.
50.
50.
5 to the 0. That's us.
Yeah, up here in the Brewnomics podcast world, I'm Jerry.
I'm Paul.
And I am a one known as Dick.
Big dick, big. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, for the 50th time. I guess like the 55th if you've listened to the bonus episode.
I think we have more than that.
That's
a
yeah,
lot.
a lot. But anyways, that's awesome. So we're kind of excited about it. 50th episode, first episode of the new year, the year of our Lord 2019. Our Lord Cthulhu.
Lord Cthulhu.
How's your guys' New Year's? I mean, I know it because I was there, but tell me about it.
It was good.
I was gonna say one at a time now.
Yeah. No, it was fun, man. We threw some axes together. It was a good time.
That was pretty cool at our friend's axe throwing room. Shout out to Ashley and Trevor at section 37.
That's a 3-7 for those of you playing along at home.
37, go throw axes at things. Well, that one. What are we gonna do on this episode, Paula? Oh god.
Oh, well, we're going to drink some beer, Obby.
Obby.
And we're going to talk about upcoming movies and TV shows and things that we're just looking forward to in 2019.
The new year.
209.
Yeah. Yeah.
At 209.
All right. First beer from Heretic Brewery. They are out of, I can't remember. Salt Lake?
California.
Not even close. This one sounds kind of interesting. Paula picked it up. It is their Tangerine Tornado Blonde Ale with tangerine.
No.
Weird. I could have sworn.
That's what it says on the label. 1 pint. Oh well. 9% 9% alcohol by volume, genuine craft beer, never filtered, never pasteurized, no shortcuts, no mercy. I added that last part. You can have that if you want to have it. That's all I got off the can. All right. What do we got on the Untapped and stuff?
So pulled this beer up on the Untapped application, and it says that it's all the things that you said, 9% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed. It has 397 total check-ins, 379 unique check-ins, and 39 check-ins already this month in January. Today is the 6th of the time.
Wow. That's popular.
Very popular.
In the month of January. Interesting. It's like 10% of its check-ins have been in the last month.
Yeah, it's got an average rating of 3.74, derived from 350 total ratings. So it's got a pretty high rating based on what normally it do. And I noticed that our ratings are generally around 3.5, 4.0. It's our normal bell curve.
Well, we tend to drink good beer, so that's a good beer rating.
Very true.
So that actually kind of makes sense to me. That would almost be my guess without like having to go back and actually do the specific research.
Mhm.
So this seems to me just kind of like an Imperial Hefeweizen almost. Ow.
Oh,
Oh God, my headphones. Oh God, ow.
hands are for helping. That's what we do.
Paul, you picked this up. We're at for how much?
I got this at the good old Brewers Haven here in B-Town, Idaho. And it's around $4.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
So not terribly cheap in the pint range, but again, a 9%, so that's not terribly surprising. Yeah, 374. It does smell tangerine-y. Right into the microphone. Yeah, it definitely looks unfiltered. Has kind of that classic golden color to it, but you can't see through it.
Yeah, like a hazy IPA almost.
Almost. Yeah, because it that unfiltered vibe. Well, let's drink it, motherfucker.
Yeah, no.
Wow, that
No.
tickles the taste buds.
This is dangerous.
9%.
A little bit of like not much booziness, like a very slight tang right at the end of it, but deceitful.
Is that
Mhm.
itty bitty
Deceitful,
tang?
man. Woo!
That's a tasty beverage. It can really get the tangerine nose
It's a
on
tasty adult beverage for sure.
that. Wow.
Totally worth the price point.
Yeah, absolutely. That is, I can say that's not like a cheap one, but that is not overpriced by any means. Not at that taste, at that percentage. Well done, heretic.
Yeah. Nicely
Um,
done. Lingers a little bit on the palate. Very nice. Very nice. I like the way that it's.
It lingers, but it doesn't. I don't know if it. I'd say it overstays its welcome.
No, it's there. You're like,
Mhm.
oh, thank you for the taste that you've given me. And now you're done.
For shizzle. For shizzle. All right, Paulo, rate it. You start.
4.0.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4.25 on this one. I
Wowzers.
really enjoy this one.
Wowzers. I would put it at a 3.75. I dig it. It's yummy. I'll keep drinking it.
Very nice.
All
right, it's good. It's good beer. It's starting the
Good.
new year off.
Beer, indeed. I'm gonna have to take another sip of it real quick, just because in the wrestling world, had a sad loss over the weekend. Was Mean Gene. Mean Gene Oakland, the greatest backstage commentator, interviewer of all time. Don't know quite why he was called Mean Gene, because he was just an adorable man. So, was he like 71 years old? 72? Not that old, but a whole bunch of problems, but pretty much not. But anyways, Mean Gene.
To Mean Gene.
All right, other news. Let's see. Ooh, last week we had some Utah beer news. They lowered their DUI rating from 08 to 05. Idaho's, our very own Idaho, this one we live in currently, also tightened up on their DUI laws a little bit. Yeah, don't drink and drive. Especially now, first time DUI offenders have to do that breathalyzer lock start in your vehicle. And of course, you have to pay for it
After your first offense?
after your first offense.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, first offense.
Yikes.
So that's an extra grand. So is it the first time DUI offense is already on average like $5,000 is what it costs you?
Yeah.
And
Pretty
now
much.
throw tack on another grand on top of that.
Oh, man.
So, moral of the story.
Don't drink and drive.
Exactly.
We have Uber.
We have Uber, Lyft,
Scooters.
so they ride those little bird scooters, so much cheaper than a DUI.
A lot, yeah.
So just throwing it out there in case you don't know, in case you didn't hear that.
We're looking out for you.
We're looking out for you. We're looking out for everybody else. Let's see.
I really like these.
It is
beers.
super yummy. It is super yummy. This was a good pick. What made you pick this one up, Paul? Was there something about it that like stood out to you?
What I do now is that I see a beer and then I go on tap to see if any of us have checked it in. And if we haven't, I'm getting that beer. It doesn't matter what kind of beer it is.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You're just like, I just want to make sure we haven't drank it before.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough.
It works.
It's a good system. I think if we did an average of 4 beers over the last year, I think we've drinking approximately 250 different beers. My math wrong on that?
I think it's very wrong. I think it's closer to like 600 beers.
How about 196?
Oh, is it? Because what, four? What would it just be, 4 times 52?
Well, I did 4 per episode, so 4 times 49 is 196.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're right at 200 different beers since we've done this. Dang. That's pretty good. That's more than a whole old Chicago beer tour.
That is pretty good. No less.
I forgot I was gonna say something also about Mean Gene, or not necessarily him. Since this just happened, Hulk Hogan is going to appear on Raw Monday. So by the time you're listening to this, it's probably already happened, to do like a in memoriam of Mean Gene.
Really?
Yeah.
Coming out of retirement.
Yeah, they brought him back already for like the greatest Royal Rumble thing that they did in Saudi Arabia, but this is the first time he's actually on like WWE proper TV.
Wow.
So we'll see how that goes.
Interesting.
I thought so. Other wrestling news, did you hear there's a whole brand new professional wrestling promotion started?
No, sir.
It's called AEW, or All Elite Wrestling. Started by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks.
Oh,
Same ones
really?
that brought us all in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it's officially announced they're going through working on getting like national TV rights and a whole bunch of other stuff, but they're putting like a lot of money into it. Whole bunch of crazy millionaire backers are into it, so they're already thinking there's a lot of current WWE talent that's gonna jump ship
Really?
and veterans. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Huh.
Could be interesting. It's an interesting time to be a wrestling fan.
Absolutely.
And
But it's going to be hard though, because I think the WWE has so many resources
Mhm.
available to its wrestlers. Starting a whole new league essentially is going to be difficult.
True. But I think one thing that these guys have an advantage is that it is a bunch of established veterans and they're offering a lot more creative freedom that
Oh.
WWE doesn't do.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It's curious though. We'll see what happens. It could be the first time there's like an actual competitor to WWE,
Interesting.
because there really hasn't been in 20
no.
years.
They've
Not since
monopolized it.
WCW. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something I'm gonna keep my eye on. I'm pretty curious to see how it goes.
Yeah. Keep us
It's an
updated. sir.
interesting time to be a wrestling fan, and if you're not one, we'll get on board. There's nothing wrong with it. It's cool now. Okay.
Yeah. Ron Buck is a fan.
Oh yeah, freaking Vic and I, if you guys haven't, we watched Giggle Fit, Ron Punch's new comedy special,
God,
on Comedy Central.
that was hilarious.
Not a sponsor, but fucking wish it was. That was great, man.
God, dude,
Great.
yeah, we had to relocate a couple
Several
times.
times. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil any of the jokes because it's his material. You should go out and watch it, but I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. All right, more news. Let's see. Batman movie got pushed back further. The Batman
Ooh.
with Matt Reeves, because they were saying they're gonna start production on it in like this spring. Now they're saying, yeah, maybe November.
Yeah. Do we know what the issue is? Is it scripting? Is it
I think it's just everything.
It's just a whole
Yeah.
kerfuffle.
Because they said they put in the script, but they're still not ready to shoot or start production and have to redo stuff.
Interesting.
I think I read it on Variety,
On the variety.
or was it Deadline? I can't remember. I get them confused. I didn't write it down on the notebook.
Yeah, it's in
All
there.
is well.
I'm sure that was word for word though. They had to look at some shit and then work with some stuff.
Pretty much,
You know,
man.
the whole article.
I think it was almost verbatim.
Almost, yeah.
Almost verbatim.
That guy's a great writer.
He really
Goddamn.
is.
He knows our language.
Right.
I feel like he writes for us.
More Batman news, although this one is exciting since we love our animated stuff. Batman Hush, they just announced they're going to do an animated movie
Oh,
through
yeah.
DC. So, kind of limited cast announced who you would think, what, Jason O'Mara, Chris O'Donnell, Tara Strong. Can't remember who else, but of course this is going to be good. Have you guys read Hush?
I have not.
Have you read it, Paula?
I'm thinking. No, I have not.
I have it, so you guys should read it. It's a big one. It's a big old thick graphic novel. It came out in 2009. I don't want to do any spoilers since you guys haven't read it, but if you're down, you should read it, and then maybe we could do like after the movie comes out a comparison between like the comic book and movie episode. That might be kind of fun.
That would be, yeah.
Just throwing it off the cuff. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, you guys should definitely read it. It's super fun, really well written. I can't remember who writes it. Will you check that? I want to say Paul. Is it Paul Dean? Or is it? Oh, who wrote Brian Michael Bendis?
Ooh, if a Bendis did it, that'd be pretty
I could be wrong on that, but yeah, let's check out real quick because I'm curious on that.
I guess I should do it that way.
Yeah, however you want to do it. Paula, how's your foreskin?
Moist.
Jeff Loeb is the author.
Oh, Jeff Loeb. Okay, he's pretty good. Also, that reminds me, speaking of Paula, when we were talking about Daredevil Yellow, we said Frank Miller wrote it. We're so wrong. It was Jeff Loeb, wasn't it? I think actually that wrote it.
JL?
Yeah. Yeah, so we totally fucked that up. Sorry, guys. Sometimes we make mistakes.
Happens where humans.
There was another mistake I made that I was
Too much.
going to talk about and correct, but I can't remember what it was now. But, yeah. Whoops.
No, it's just 2 dudes. 2 dudes with 2 hours, man.
Shit happens, right? Sometimes you say things and you don't fact check them. Fact check. That's a hard thing. Fact check.
Don't fact shame me.
Are you fact shaming me? You're not fact shaming. Okay, enough of that. Anyways, Jeff Loeb. So yeah, all right, that's all the Batman news I guess, on both fronts. What else do
What
we
about
have
back?
here? What about on all backsides too? Also on all backsides. I just want to kind of power through this quickly. Aquaman is officially the highest DCEU grossing movie of all time.
Oh,
It was pretty close to it. I don't know. Has it hit the $1 billion mark yet? I think it passed Venom, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and a whole bunch of shit. Aquaman is crushing it. It kind of makes me. Have you seen Aquaman yet, Paula?
Nope.
I just watched it this last week. It was pretty good.
It is. It's like almost double. Oh, 940.7 million, almost a billion. Pretty heckin' close.
Wowzers. Yeah.
And what is Into the Spider-Verse at right now? Because that is a far superior movie. Not that Aquaman is bad, because again, I kind of dug it on there, but Into the Spider-Verse is far superior. Although granted, I do get why you'd want to go see Aquaman in theaters first. Because it is a lot more of a visual experience. As cool as Spider-Man is, Aquaman does definitely have the edge of visualities.
Yeah. Well, I think they're both visually appealing in their own right.
Oh, for
honestly.
sure, absolutely. But when it comes to one on like the big screen, I think Aquaman you would get a little bit more out of than your home theater system. Spider-Man, it would probably be the same either way.
Mhm. Agreed.
That's all I'm saying on that one.
Ooh, Into the Spider-Verse is not doing as well. They are sitting at 141 million domestic and 130 domestic. I'm sorry, foreign. I'm sorry, and 133 million domestic.
But either way, 275.3 million worldwide. So yeah, like less than a third.
Yeah.
Wow. Although it also has been out a substantial amount of less time. Is this in China? Do you guys know? I don't know if this is in China. I wonder if that'll change if that's the case.
I do not have access to that.
All right, it doesn't matter. But yeah, man, fucking Aquaman is crushing it. Is it going to be crushing it hard enough to save the DCEU though? That's the real question.
We'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
Well, your personal opinion, since you guys have seen the movie. Will it? Will it? Can it?
Well, it is kind of like a soft reboot. I'm more curious to see how the next few go. We'll see.
Well, yeah, and I think Wonder Woman 2 did its part as well. We can't forget about that.
Correct.
I think those two are doing an incredible job right now. I think those two may be enough to keep it moving forward if they kind of continue along the same vein that they're going right now, which would be it was lighthearted. It had great moments of levity to it, and it did a really good job with its action, and it was very comic accurate. I'm speaking about Aquaman right now. Very comic book accurate about the costumes that were in that movie. And that is very pleasing to a lot of fans right now, because I think a huge contention among a lot of people is people get pissed off about costumes not being as accurate as they should be. And
Yeah.
it's a silly thing to do when you look at it in like the full scope of the movie, but after you look at it, you're like, okay, yeah, I like what you did.
Well, and he did it so well
Yeah.
too. That was the other thing. Is by all rights, it should not have been is visually pleasing as it was.
Yeah.
Because the cheese factor is high with the looks on those ones.
It is super high, but they fucking pull it the fuck off in
That's
that
what I'm saying,
movie,
man.
man.
Somehow.
Somehow they do, and you're like, thank you,
Thank you.
Jason.
Thank you.
James.
Yeah, right. So I guess we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. What's the next slated solo film? Is it for
Shazam.
Batman? Oh,
Shazam.
Shazam, no, because the Batman got pushed back. So we'll actually kind of go into that because there are a few of them I have order of release here.
is
movie-wise.
Shazam's in the DCEU proper, though,
Correct. And it's the
Right.
first DCEU proper movie allegedly that has absolutely zero Zack Snyder influence whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's 100% on its own. Because even Aquaman had a little bit.
A little bit.
So yeah, interesting. And Shazam comes out July. Wait,
April.
April? Yep, April on there. So that one's pretty close, right around the corner.
All right.
What was the last great Sword and Sandals movie? The ultimate greatest Sword and Sandals.
I don't think I'm familiar with the Sword and Sandals reference.
Like the old historic Roman Greek time battle movies.
Oh, are we talking like Troy or
Correct.
Hercules?
Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator.
That was
Ridley
also
Scott
fun.
just announced he's started writing Gladiator 2.
What?
Is Crow on board?
No word yet.
Yeah.
Probably not. We don't know if he will. They have not said he's not on board. But he pretty much just announced that he started writing Gladiator 2. This one was from Deadlight. I do remember that. But yeah, definitely the greatest. So you've never heard of that? Like, so this is Sword and Sandals. God damn it, genre.
I've not heard of that.
Huh.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I figured like that's what it was, but
Yeah,
just haven't really heard
use
of
in
it.
your context, please.
I did. So I'm an adult.
So we'll see,
I'm
but
an
there
adult.
it's also one that really since Gladiator there have been a lot of attempts at it, and like 90% of them just suck.
It's hard, and it's really hard to tell a period piece like of that nature. Gladiator, of course, did it best, and they did an incredible job at it. So, we are in the realm of sequels right now, so it makes total sense, honestly.
I mentioned that all of a sudden Ridley Scott needs to jump on the sequel train. I'm like, you just bored, bro? What's up?
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to prove at this point. Come
No,
on now.
we get it. Weird.
Who wants to
Right.
buy that Bugatti or whatever? It's expensive.
Bugatti.
What's expensive? A yacht?
Oh, the
yacht,
Bugatti's
a
a yacht.
Spaceship?
I think probably most of those things are expensive.
Probably a yacht if we want to get weird about it. Yeah, Bugatti Chiron is currently rated at $2.2 million. That car policies.
Yeah.
That's a production car. in the
I
world.
thought it was a motorcycle.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
it is not. No,
Okay.
that's all right, then, man. Not your fault.
It's expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's got more money than I'll make in a lifetime. That's fine.
Roald, how do you say it? Roald Dahl? Roald Dahl?
I would call him Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl? One of the greatest authors of all time. Apparently, there is a huge deal with his work and Netflix, where they're going to do a Roald Dahl streaming animated series.
Huh.
Yeah, and Netflix just released a teaser and dropped a whole bunch of names like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda, The Big Friendly Giant, fucking a whole bunch of other ones there. But that one's actually kind of intriguing. I hope it's not done super kiddish, but if done well, this could be done.
Yeah, agreed, but I think it's gonna require, and this is a statistical amount of money, a dick load.
A dickload of
That's,
money.
that's your standard level of
You talking
currency.
about one dick load?
Yeah, one dick load is a lot of money.
Well, that's the thing though, with his, I'm curious how they would do the casting, but I don't know if it would. I mean, to get the rights, it has to cost a dickload. But production wise, I don't know, it's obviously going to be animation.
Mhm.
So I guess it depends on how they do the animation. Because sometimes you can get away with it fairly affordable. And then other times it's like just as, if not more expensive than live action.
Yeah,
So,
okay, that's fair.
you know, guess we'll see.
Guess we'll see how it rolls out.
But it's definitely something that I will keep my eye on.
Go in there with a dick load, come out with a straw penny.
Oh,
straw penny. Okay.
That's
All
fine.
right, Paula. All right. Okay, last bit of news. Bob Iger,
Bob Tilly Iger.
I guess because, the Mandalorian, all these Disney shows are coming out for the Disney Plus specific or Star Wars, shows. He did say, so they're like, what about all these movies that were canceled? Are they going to come to the Disney Plus service? And he goes, no, Star Wars movie releases will always be theatrical experiences. We're not going to have any Star Wars exclusive movies on the Disney Plus streaming service. And I just thought that was interesting because I honestly assumed they for sure would.
Yeah, you think so?
I thought they for sure would. And I wonder if they still will, maybe in the realm of animation, but not do it with like the live action or like the Star Wars proper movies. But I legitimately thought they were for sure going to do some spin-off movies exclusively on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So much. I think we actually did we bring that up on the podcast before? I can't remember. Maybe not.
No, we've been talking about the Disney Plus situation for a bit. It's
Well, it's so
possible.
intriguing
It
though.
really is,
I can't wait to see what's on there.
Especially like in the idea of like original shows, because they're gonna start like continually producing more original stuff. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. Like, not with the intellectual properties that are already out there, but I'm like, what more you can be able to do? Almost like a Netflix OG. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. So we'll see. Well, and since didn't the Fox deal just go through?
Oh yeah, that what was it, like $160 billion, some ungodly sum of money.
A huge, an ungodly sum. It might have been even way more than that, but it was still on hold for quite a while. But I thought I read something, and I could be making this up, that said it was finally finalized.
The Fox and
Disney. Yeah, because that would be interesting. Because then, if that's the case, like I'm curious if they kind of how the DC one did, where they just gave you the whole back catalog. Like, does that mean Disney gets the whole back catalog of all the Fox and Marvel stuff? That would be pretty dope.
That would be
Because that's one thing with like the WWE network. They have the back catalog for everything on video for all the old, like, WCW, NWA, AWA, all the old wrestling promotions that they bought.
Oh.
So then they had a giant back catalog of all this stuff they didn't own before. So if something like that happens, then it would 100% be worth the $10 a month or whatever they're going to charge for.
Oh, I totally do that.
I'd be all about that if that was the case.
Well, and then too, we get to roll in some of those proper other comic book properties like was it X-Men and Fantastic Four?
I mean,
That would
precisely.
come in-
What else do you need?
that would
Besides,
be-
even though,
yeah.
when I say Fantastic Four, but
Well,
X-Men.
we'll see how it
we'll
works.
see.
Yeah.
But oh shit, what was the other one? Too? Or the Disney, like the vault stuff.
Oh,
Or do we get access to
shit.
everything in the vault?
Yeah.
Or are they going to have tiered subscriptions? I don't know.
That's unclear.
So curious.
We also have Deadpool coming into the situation. That
Oh
would be
yeah,
fantastic.
right. That would I wouldn't imagine you're going to get any R-rated stuff on Disney Plus.
No, they'll probably tone them way down.
Right.
But
Maybe you'll get the PG-13 Deadpool 2 release.
yeah, we'll get Fred Savage in there as well. It'll be a good time. Oh yeah, here it is. December 14th, 2017, Walt Disney Company announced a definitive agreement to acquire 21st Century Fox for $52.4 billion in stock options.
Jesus. Oh, wow. So, no, that was about half a month ago when it happened, a few weeks. So further away than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I read that like over the weekend. Nope. A few weeks ago. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes, man. Oh, they're going to restructure. The restructure of Fox will happen January 1st. Well,
Interesting.
interesting. That's all I got for news, unless you guys have anything else.
Not a whole lot, bro. Those are some interesting pieces of knowledge you cracked open on us.
I thought so. I thought there was some kind of interesting stuff. We'll see what else happens in the future, and then we'll probably talk about it. Excuse me. I'm sorry, that was weird. Do you guys want to drink another beer?
Yes,
We should. Paul is sober.
I am.
He's not a fan of that.
I like being sober.
Oh.
Reality sucks.
All right, we'll do some filler
Existence
while I
is
grab.
pain.
Existence is pain. Like in that Macy's episode, that got real, man. I was like, yikes.
One of my all-time favorite fictional characters ever.
BC?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, how helpful would something like
Super
that?
great. Yeah, you hit the box and it just immediately solves a singular problem unless, you suck at golf and you try to get better at your short game. Don't do that. Fucking Jerry. Everybody sucks at golf.
Fucking Jerry. So the next beer is a brewery that I don't think I've ever had anything from. I was just super intrigued by the label. It just says Fulton, not Fulton Brewery, Fulton Brewing, Fulton Brew Company, just Fulton. Fulton.
Sounds like a name of a bully.
Fulton. Fulton. Little asshole. But this is called the Spectre, and I was super intrigued by the can. It's black, and it's just got this kind of elongated pink and white Dios de Muertos skull on it. It is in IPA, rocking at 7.1%. So, yeah.
Very cool. Here's what their website says. It says it's there and then it's not. Spectre, our Northeast style IPA, has a number of very distinct traits that separate it from the rest of our IPAs. Its smooth, creamy mouthfeel and its hazy appearance are byproducts of a number of ingredients and process. We use nearly 20% oats in the mash, a chloride-heavy water chemistry, and low flocculating yeast. We aggressively hop Spectre with late boil and whirlpool additions, leaving it with a little perceived lingering bitterness, but rather a tropical and juicy finish. It wasn't enough. We dry hopped this beer twice with Citra, Mosaic, and Amarillo hops, and Nelson Sauvin, and to add aromas of citrus and stone fruits. Spectre is a distinct and deliberate departure from the high clarification common in most of Fulton's lineup. But don't let that fool you. This is Fulton, Northeast MPLS style. I don't know what MPLS means, that's why I said.
Neither do I. I will say one thing that I noticed is kind of cool on their website. To the left of it, they have just a big old picture of the can. And as you scroll down the website moves, but the can stays there. Just a cool, classy little touch.
Yes, well done, well done. Also, well done to you, Vic. That was a novel.
That was a novel, right?
Yeah, there's more to that story, but that was,
Right. If you want the rest, check out their website.
yeah.
Where are these cats from?
These cats are hanging out of a place you may or may not know. And that is the New England region of North America. That's all that I know.
It's over there.
Wait, what makes you think it's the New England region?
I don't know. I just made it up.
I think if you keep scrolling, it should tell you. Where
You
the
think so?
brewery is.
But it's
Does
not.
it? Does it tell us on the can? I guess. Minneapolis, Minnesota.
God damn it. Had the answer the whole time. You son of a bitch.
I forgot it might be on the can.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, these are gonna be some thick ones. Yeah, this beer wasn't cheap though, man. Because I got my favorite beer is back in season right now. That is our friends at Iron Horse's Double Rainbow. Fuck, that beer's delicious. I picked that up and then so I saw this one again because I was so intrigued by the label. Went to ring it out and they're like $20, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, this is a $5 pint, so this shit better be good.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay.
I said, God damn.
I said, God damn.
All right, let's break it down. The head looks nice. Good pour, Jerry. It's kind of a little more hazy, a little cloudy on this one with
Yeah.
just the color alone.
And it's that New England style IPA too, is that pretty much is a hazy IPA. But all right, so let's see. This might be a little similar to the other beer. I wonder, different style, but kind of a citrusy, unfiltered type of beverage.
Yeah, definitely getting those citrus notes that it's rolling out of.
This is what 7.1 versus the 9, so we got some good high alcohol brews on here. This is not bad.
Ooh, smooth. Upon first feeling of it, very smooth.
Smooth going down, come back, a little bit of a bite.
A little bit of
A
bite.
little bit of a bite, not overbearing.
I see what they mean though by the idea of Spectre. It kind of like rolls in and then it's there for a minute and then it just dissipates and it's gone.
Because you definitely get the IPA out of it. It's not strong at all.
Mhm.
It is hoppy. It definitely tastes hoppier than what we had previously. So you do get more of that, like I said, that kind of classic IPA taste out of it. It's not overly hazy. It's kind of pretty mellow. Head dies down nicely. Still keeps some effervescence. Scrubs your palate a little bit more. I think it doesn't quite linger. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. I could certainly get behind it.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this idea of a chloride heavy water chemistry they utilize.
I don't know what the fuck that
I
means,
don't
but
either. I'm trying to remember, like, what does chloride mean? Is it more of the alkaline taste, more of a metallic-y one? I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I don't get it.
I'm neither a chemist nor a scientist.
Those guys do a lot of voodoo. That's all I know.
This does kind of look a little voodoo skull label there, huh?
That's what I said.
So what, 3.82 on Untapped? Is that what we said it was? Okay. Well, let's rate it this time. Vic, you start.
I'm gonna give it another sippy sip.
Sip, 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 that bitch. That was unnecessary.
That was intense. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like this beer a lot. I'm gonna go 3.75 actually.
3.75. All right.
3 to the 7.5. It's good. It's good work. It's good work.
Awesome chicken wings. Oh, really good right now.
Jerry wants some chicken wings.
Look at this beer. We go grow some chicken wings. Some
Would go great with it.
like a dry rubbed Caribbean jerk style
You
chicken wing.
need to go to Wingstop.
Yeah,
Not a sponsor.
not a sponsor, but if you want to be, we are accepting sponsors. Wingstop. I told you this thing needs to move. Is that Evie? Is she barking at something?
She's
It's your dog, your dog saying something.
Oh, she
Uh-oh.
pissed off.
Upset.
Yeah, it's cool. We got it.
Yeah, you go handle your animal.
You do you. You do you. Your house is haunted.
No,
Your house is haunted. Vic.
I don't like that, man. Don't put that voodoo on
I'm
there.
not putting that voodoo on you. I'm just
You
saying
don't
it. Your
need
house
to.
is
Ah,
Dogs know.
they do.
All dogs know.
They tapped
You
into
know what
some-
she's doing? She's barking at nobody right now.
I think, yeah, the wind.
But a ghost.
Yeah,
She's barking at a ghost.
just like in the middle of the room, just bark, 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 bark.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Don't put that voodoo
I'm
on
not
me.
putting that voodoo on you. I'm just saying it.
I don't like that. Well, Paul, what do you wanna? What are we doing here?
Well, you know what happened? I actually watched Bird Box last night.
God, tell me
The
about
whole
it.
sensation of the box of birds.
I heard many things.
It's super fucking intense.
Was it?
Super fucking intense from the get-go.
Really? I heard Netflix had to like really like beg people not to do this bird box challenge.
But yeah,
As
'cause
far as I
people
know,
stupid.
yeah, they just want to like put some sort of scarf around their eyes so they cannot see, and then they try to navigate the world in some sense of the way. And that's all that I know. And Netflix is like, that's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
Do not do
Don't
that.
be stupid.
Right. I feel like we shouldn't have to say this.
No, that is exactly what their tweet said. It's like, I can't believe that we're saying this. However,
Right.
please don't do this.
And I saw somebody did that and they retweeted it and they're like, of course Netflix would want us to not. They were pretty much saying they're just encouraging the Bird Box universe. The monsters, they want the monsters to get you. That's why they're telling you not to. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Honestly, not a bad movie.
Yeah, I
not a bad
definitely
movie.
want to watch
I
it.
plan to watch it now.
I love Sandra Bullock, so that's mostly why. Because as soon as I
Your girl Sandy B.
I love Sandy B.
Sandy
Yeah,
B.
so-
Sandy Bullets though?
Sandy Bullock's though. So there are very few if other than Sandra Bullock that would be like, oh okay,
So it's like a comparison between like A Quiet Place meets The Happening.
yeah.
Really? Okay.
I've kind of heard that a little bit, but
Legit.
And I think you would enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I truly did.
I 100% plan to watch it.
I'm curious about this new original, this Bandersnatch, kind of by.
I dug the fuck out of that.
Did you?
Yeah.
How many? Okay.
I only did it once.
Okay, that was my question because it's a choose your own adventure sort of situation where you could make the choices that affect the story.
Yeah, the Black Mirror Bandersnatch. Yeah, I dug the fuck out of that.
Were you happy with it, or did you want to go back and revisit it?
I mean, there's a part of me that wants to go back there to see like what could the ending be if I made different choices.
Okay. Huh.
That's why, kind of like playing a video game.
Yeah.
So I highly encourage that too.
Now, okay. Now I want to ask you. One of the main contentions was sort of the delay time between a choice because it like forcibly made you take a 10-second pause every time. Was that off-putting to you?
Not at all. Because that happens. And you only have 10 seconds to fucking choose your answer. And if you don't choose it, it chooses it for you.
Oh,
So it's just sort of like,
shit.
what do I do? What do I do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You make your own story.
Man, I wonder if you just went through and just let it choose for you.
And that's another reason. There's like, there's at this particular moment, I would say there's 3 possible outcomes, So the left and the right option with what it gives you, other than not choosing anything. So I guess maybe just 50%, sorry.
Interesting.
But I highly encourage just watching the movie. Just go along with it. Like, why the fuck not?
Okay. Yeah.
I just kind of want to, just because it's such an interesting concept.
It breaks the fourth wall. And you're just like, it's kind of creepy at some points,
That's what I also heard. It was very self-aware of itself, and the fact that it knows that someone is making choices for you, which is kind of nuts. I think
It goes down to like the music you choose for like the background.
really.
Yeah, and it's super cool.
Huh.
It's super cool.
That's cool. All right.
Thank you, Netflix.
Thank you, Netflix.
Jerry, did you rate this beer?
I don't think I did rate this beer.
Go ahead and do that.
I would probably also give it a 3.75.
Okay.
I would give it higher if it weren't so expensive. I can't quite justify the $5 price range.
That's fair.
I
Yes.
could maybe do like a $4, or I would think I would put it actually like a $3.50 price range.
Right.
So it is a bit overpriced, so that's kind of what's keeping me down from it. But other than that, I do dig this beer quite a bit.
I think that's agreed. I don't know if I like consciously factored that into my choice, but I think that's fair. Like if I want to get this on draft, I would. It's happy hour for $4.50. I'm good there.
Right. Yeah.
I agree. 3.75. I actually wrote that down. Right.
Cool.
After I took a sip.
Look at that. 3.75 is all around the way.
3.75 all the way.
Don't bring me down.
Don't bring me down. Well, I guess let's get started with, unless you guys have anything else to say, with what we're looking forward to in the year of our Lord Cthulhu 2019.
Was she barking at a ghost? What was she barking at?
Oh, straight up a ghost, dude. I just
Okay.
walk out there, she's just laying
man.
on the rug like it's nothing. Like, hey, what's up? And I'm just like, okay, walk back, and she just follows me back in the room, and now she's laying behind Vic like a weirdo. So I don't know what's
That's
going
because she saw a ghost.
Actually, I think this house might be haunted.
All houses
I'm
are
really
haunted, let's
not
be
sure,
honest.
man, right? You're right.
Polish
But this
got that
one's-
evil on us.
This one's so old, we don't know.
Dude, this house was built in the 60s.
I'm sure somebody's definitely got to die in this house.
There's a pet cemetery on the corner.
Right,
Yeah.
something like
Jesus
that.
I've used it
Christ.
personally. I'm
I
sorry.
am sleeping tonight. Fuck that.
I just know it's a pet cemetery as I've buried at least 4 dogs in there.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I've never done. It's not a true story.
There is a pet cemetery on the corner.
Is there really though? Is that
No.
true? No.
No.
Okay. I was like,
I swear to
I swear to
Christ,
God, man.
Oh.
Oh.
Some shit later.
Oh, fuck
Is
this.
that a good segue though? Because that's something I'm looking forward to.
100%.
There
100%.
you go.
Yeah, tell us about that, Paula. What you're looking forward to? Because I think I actually forgot to write that down on my quick list here. I knew there was one I was missing.
The pet cemetery?
Yep.
Well,
Oh, excuse me.
I can't say pet cemetery without thinking of the Flash now.
The cemetery. That's right. CW Flash, that is.
Oh, that was
Justice
the
League.
Oh, Justice League.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, duh. Henry Cavill coming back.
Mhm.
I just rewatched that. So you know that, you stupid idiot.
Whoa.
Don't bring yourself
Yes.
down, man. Don't bring you down.
Don't bring you down.
But yes, there's a remake coming out in April.
Is it that? Oh, that close, huh?
That's soon.
Una
That's soon.
Creola.
Mhm.
Nice.
And I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer.
I have not actually. I don't think.
It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
creepy as fuck. And I love everything about that because I want to be scared. Pet Cemetery scares the fuck out of me.
Dude,
the
it's
original.
creepy. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the first time I watched that was in like the 5th grade. Pretty sure I wasn't supposed to, but I did it anyways. And then afterwards I was like, I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I watched it twice. I watched it before I was ready for that.
So not ready.
No.
I'm not a man yet. I'm still a boy.
I watched The Evil Dead before I was ready.
Oh yeah.
That still scars
See,
me.
Nightmare Before or Night of the Living Dead was what did that for me. But Evil Dead, it was a little bit later when I watched it, but I could totally see if you watched that one too early, that's gonna fuck your shit up.
That's fair.
The dog is hanging out around you, Rachel, for a bit.
Yeah.
Is it warm? Is it warm?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully she doesn't pee on it. What a lot of character, Corbett. Hey, you never know.
Hey, you
You never know.
See her, just squat over it. Oh, okay.
Just all of a sudden she's like, you know what? Tired. You guys locking me in this room once a week. I just want to go out there and play fetch and bark at ghosts. So I'm gonna piss on you.
She's trying to turn off the surge protector
Yeah.
with her paw.
Oh,
Evie.
I think it's warm.
I think it's warm.
her arm is literally
Well,
on
just-
the button.
That is
I'm
not.
very concerned right now. Okay.
I know you guys can't see this,
Move
but
it.
it's kind of adorable, but I'm also a little bit concerned.
Oh man, that's great.
I'm just gonna move it real quick.
Oh, you should take a picture.
Okay.
So they'll know. So we'll put it on the gram so they'll know what we're talking about.
They will.
My
Alright.
dog's cute. He's a cute old lady dog.
She's a cute old lady dog. Look at her.
Oh man, your flash is on. We'll turn it off.
Oh well, it's too late now. It's on. Should we take a break before we get really started on this list, or
I don't know
we
if we're
gonna keep
done
moving?
yet. I don't need a break. Well, let's maybe in a minute. So, Paul, you got Pet Cemetery.
Oh yeah, I do.
What do we know about that? Just besides the fact that it's a remake, who's in it? Who's directing it?
Sorry, I was taking a selfie. There you go.
who's hot, man?
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Would you jack off to that?
I currently am.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that too. It is directed by Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Whittemer. They did the Holidays horror anthology in 2017. Pretty good. So essentially, a different director took each holiday and made their own little mini film.
I feel like I've heard of this.
It's pretty good. I really like it. It's just a good thing. And so they're coming into this. John Lithgow is the neighbor to the family who kind of warns them, like if you've seen the original, he kind of tells them about the pet cemetery, let them know about the background.
Right.
Yeah.
That's John Lithgow.
And I think that works perfectly.
That's kind of awesome, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
And I don't know. I mean, it's just it goes to the classic story, but it involves a shit ton of creepy kids. Like in the trailer, nothing but creepy kids. In the first one, you get the little boy who comes back, who's resurrected by, or he's kind of possessed by a demon, if you will.
Yes.
And in this one, there's just a shit ton of creepy kids.
My phone fell. Sorry.
We've lost control.
Jerry.
That was the
God.
ghost. I think that was the ghost.
That was
actually.
like.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. We can see it.
It's. We'll see. Maybe there will be a ghost later.
Your house, man.
Yeah. You were saying.
I lost my concentration about ghosts.
I fucked everything up.
Well, all right. Sounds like a good time to take a break right now.
Pet
So,
Cemetery 2019. Check it out.
check it out. We'll take a break, then we'll get back to you with things we're
We
looking
are
forward
going
to.
to gather our shit and get right back to you.
Here we go.
The beer's at 9%.
Whoops! Didn't expect to throw my fucking phone on the floor.
Ooh, what's the noise? I got a tickle.
Is that comfortable? I'm sure it's not uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was like,
Man, the dog's laying in the weirdest spots.
Evie, don't lay on electronics.
You didn't tell me.
What's our time?
we're at 48 minutes.
48. for him. Yeah, this is zany. Did you want to switch spots? I mean, I have one of those things too here, but it doesn't move.
I don't know why I keep hitting mine, dude. I'll be fine.
Hi, YouTube. We are taking our first break. So hang out with us and we will get back to the show. Ugh. I'm gonna leave. Sorry, guys. Oh God, sorry. You're okay. You're okay.
Was not paying attention. My feet, my feet. Check 1, 2. This is the break. Take this one out. Bye, YouTube.
You did Pet Cemetery. So if you have something
That
else
was
you want
movie.
to come
Yeah,
back
that
from
was-
Pet Cemetery.
I thought that was gonna segue into the movie list or
That's
whatever.
what I
You're
thought
gonna
too.
do.
But yeah, somebody had to go.
Did you not pee?
I did.
You all fucking pee.
Well, I could've made it. I could've
Yeah.
lasted.
You could have lasted?
Right, which is usually the most ironic. But now the sill's probably been open, so.
I consumed a lot of beverages today.
Nickname Sperm Dumpster.
I was cum dumpster.
Hey, look at this, sure, Meg. It says slut, but in glitter. Ooh, stats. What do we want to do beer wise? Fuck.
Well, usually after the break, we come back with the tap that so we can roll that way. Yes.
How many beers do we have?
2 beers left.
Okay, so we have 4 in Jen.
We can hold off on it.
Well, it worked too because the brewed IPA is sort of like a champagne style IPA, which will work. I don't know.
Work for what?
Brew's a style of champagne, so it'll work out like Happy New Year. Beer.
We'll finish with that one.
The brewed. Yeah.
The Brute? Is he Brute?
This is a brewed.
Brute? Brute?
So who's bringing us beat to the egg then?
My nickname in jail.
On what?
So do you want to start then with the movies and then Paula can tag in and I'll tag in and then we can go with the games. Done.
Yeah, we can go with your list since I think we're going into that anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then Vic can say something. And I guess I can go to something. Do you have something personal that you're gonna talk about? It's gonna go with the movies.
I just have to look. God damn it! Just the list, really.
Okay. Cool. Well, he can bring in the games. I can bring like the anime.
Sure.
You know, to our audience.
I can afford all that.
When do we want to drink the next beer?
Paula, where you at with yours?
I can down this pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm a couple of gulps away from being done.
Is that what it sounds like when you're having sex?
We
should know.
feel like you don't know.
Yeah, I was like, how
Sometimes
come
it's
you
a
don't
little
know?
more nasal.
All I hear is just the encouragement you give yourself.
Mhm.
You're the man, Jerry.
Keep it going. Keep it going. No, not yet, not yet, not yet. Oh.
Last longer. You know you
I try not
can.
to laugh. Yeah, exactly.
Insects, grandmothers.
Grandmother's
I got your heart again.
Baby shark.
Baby.
Baby.
Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day. Oh gosh.
It never works.
It never does.
Oh,
Good to know. Everything does it for you.
right. Everything does. Few things don't.
It's gonna be my next song when I get
Except
it
for
on.
people that use the word rubbish instead of garbage.
That's rubbish.
And he's like, and Dick immediately flaccid.
Not even a tingle.
Flaccid, erect.
Flaccid? Erect. Okay. Yeah. God damn you, Dennis. All right, let's see. So JP's bringing us back, then we're going
With
to
the list, yeah.
start with a new busy here. Our I tap that.
We're starting with the beer?
No, we'll probably just finish. God, I feel like we should though. We're in a really weird spot. We should, yeah.
Yeah, we totally should.
We'll finish these, start with a new beer.
Oh, God. You still necessarily have to finish it.
Yeah, there it is. All right. Yeah, you pre-measured those cups next to them.
Boy.
So organized.
Oh, it helps.
So interesting. Who made that chili?
Jessica
Jessica.
did.
It was in a different pot. Usually you make yours in your crock.
Mhm.
Was
It
that
was
a
a
crock?
it was a
That's a
crock
crock
pot.
pot.
It was just the inside of the crock pot.
It was a small one.
It was a little bit smaller. It was
Like
like
a baby crock pot.
yeah,
Yeah, mine's a lot larger.
but it's pretty good. It's from that fucking John Legere cookbook. She seemed to be really excited about that. Like I just
Sure,
bought it
yeah.
because it was for charity, something to buy, and I was like, I'm kind of surprised how much she enjoyed it. Good. I'm glad.
Cool,
That makes me
yeah,
happy.
worked
That
out.
it really does, but I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But But that show's pretty fucking good, man. Yeah, not bad.
Give it a shot.
Right. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I think this one done more than one. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, guys, ready.
And coming back to the cast in 3, 2, 1.
All right, all right, all right. And now it is time for my personal favorite segment of the show, the I Tap That segment. Nick, explain our I Tap That segment.
I tap that. It's our segment by and where Jerry
so sorry.
just decides to hit the table.
Slap the
No.
microphone with the beer.
This segment is for us to showcase local Idaho beers. So we decide as a group collective, we call it our triumvirate, where we taste the local Idaho beer and we decide whether we want a keg of that. So we would try to tap a keg if we were just hanging out together. And that is the gist of our I Tap.
Pretty much.
Or if you fuck it.
Or if you'd fuck it.
They did that. Yeah.
Sometimes we
You're not
do.
above it. You're not above it, Vic.
Yeah, if you want to make it taste like a root beer, you do you.
So this will be an interesting one. We're going from an ale and then an IPA to a straight up Russian Imperial Stout. This is from County Line Brewing, courtesy of my good friend Polly. He brought this over for me for Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the one. This is a bourbon barrel aged, goddamn it, Russian Imperial Stout. It's a County Line Brewing RIP. From Garden City. What do we got? 2018 limited release. 12.4%.
Jesus.
Hoi. Hashtag hard work deserves reward. That's on their bottle. They got that certified independent craft brewers association label on there. On the label, it tells us they use 2-row black barley chocolate and special B malts. They use Magnum, East Kent, and Goldings hops. And then their barrel is a Heaven Hills barrel.
Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and read their website. It says our RIP Russian Imperial Stout. See what they did there. 10.5% alcohol by volume. Our version of a Russian Imperial Stout. We brew this in the middle of summer and allow it to age until the end of October each year. You'll find hints of chocolate, fig, and roast. We only have a very limited amount as we also age the base recipe in bourbon barrels. Our bartenders will be rotating in versions from 2016 and 2017 throughout the cold months. That's how that went.
Oh, wow. This smells like a powerful malty dessert beer.
I don't think I've had a Russian
Really?
Imperial.
No way.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe not.
I think you have.
You've had the old Rasputin, haven't you?
I do not recall.
That's like the classic Russian Imperial Stout, I would think.
Positively.
Interesting. Okay.
I was.
All right. I guess let's see what we got. What do we have? A whole. So it's added October 27th of 2018. So very new beer. A whole 37 check-ins, but 6 so far this month. But a 4.3 rating after 27 ratings.
Wow.
So we're going to increase your popularity here.
And that makes
County
sense.
Line Brewing. You're welcome.
Yeah, and that makes sense based on the limited release of this beer. So I wouldn't expect a huge amount.
Truth.
Number-wise, so based on what they've accomplished in the last little bit.
County Line Brewing's a small brewery too.
They are. We've had them before.
We've had a few things.
times.
Yeah, they're pretty good,
I really
though.
enjoy them. I think they're good.
I was gonna say some of their beers are a bit weaker, but which would be my kind of like one complaint about them is a lot of 4 or 5 under 5% brews, but this makes up for that.
Mhm.
12.4.
Yeah, 12.4.
Rank it.
So we should be getting notes of fig, chocolate, and whatever a roast is.
That is
You
yummy.
get notes of all of what you just said.
All of it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly light and gentle. Oh, there it is. It's heavy.
Okay.
Look how dark it is.
It is, yeah, dark AF, man. This is like Wesley Snipes dark.
It's blade dark.
It's blade dark, man. But that's good. That is, wow. That is sweet. That
That is Sweet. It's a tasty beverage. Good Lord. It is heavy though. God, I don't.
That's why I'm saying this is a dessert beer through and through.
And in that case, you do get the bourbon and then the note of chocolate, like all in one.
hmm
You know, like
But that's yummy.
when you
though, man.
breathe, you just get that.
So again, a good beer for this time of year. Ooh, this is a tough one. Okay, so I can't. It probably gave this to me as part of Christmas gifts. I can't really like ask you what the cost is.
I will if you want
Is
me to
that
know. I want
tacky?
to put it on there.
But for the show, I
I'm
feel
okay
like
with
we
it.
need to know.
It was $15.
What? Holy shit!
Kiss your mother with that mouth.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay, wow. That was like, that's twice as much as what I expected the answer to be. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that's interesting. 3.5. That's a really good
I
beer,
know,
but
yeah.
I'm not gonna say. But that's a bit much. That is a bit much.
Jerry, would you tap it, man?
No,
No. What's your resistance?
I like it, but again, this a third of this bomber. What is that? 7 ounces, man. This is gonna be hard to. I'm not a big stout guy.
Yeah, I know.
Or porter.
I'm
And
with
this
you.
is an imperial porter. Again, this is another one. I felt like if we took over to the Campbells, Pete, who's been on there. Hopefully one day we'll get Matt and Paul on here.
Mhm.
The big old boys that like their dark beers. I'm sure they'd enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
But as far as the rest of us regular humans,
Yeah.
this is too much.
It's a lot.
It's a bit much for
It's very
me.
rich,
This
thick.
is-
It's just those notes of chocolate.
Yeah.
It lingers really heavy.
Mhm.
The mouthfeel is like velvety, which is nice. I'm not
Yeah,
complaining.
if I had a full empty stomach and was just cold and wanted to drink something to fill me up and take a snooze at the end of the night, this is a winner for sure.
Yeah.
That is not where I find myself currently.
I'd probably put this near like our winter warmer episode.
For
that we
sure,
had.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, super intense. I would rate this at, this time of year. I'm keeping that in mind. I'm also thinking about price point and drinkability. With that in mind, I'm gonna go 3.75 as well, based on the time of year. I probably wouldn't tap that because it's 12.4%, and I couldn't continually drink this for a large portion of time.
Well, that's the thing. It would take a long time to go through that keg, and then you'd have to clean those tap lines twice to get the taste out of it.
If not 3 times.
If not 3 times. So,
Yeah, it's a
pardon me.
tasty beverage.
It
But
is a tasty beverage.
It's
Except no if
it's
you
a
like
big
this
flavor.
and if you like that, all these things, these heavy, high alcohol, thick, yummy desserts, this is right up in your alley.
Oh, it's all up in that.
You have to
alley.
know what you're getting yourself into.
Uh-huh.
Finish us up with this one, Bob.
3.75.
Okay.
I would not tap this. This is a good one-time beer,
Yeah.
and then move on to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It's a
is
good beer, though. It's a
for
good
sure.
It's
Now,
a
like I
good-
said,
no,
it's hard
it's a
because we don't want to
good beer.
disrespect them or anything, but
No.
because there is, like I said, it's not a bad beer by any stretch, but it's too much.
Yeah, and that's where we're at. This is a tasty beer. We all genuinely like this beer.
Mhm.
However, we can't continually drink this over, a 6-hour period of time and, kill the K on this one.
I feel like we're breaking up with somebody. It's like, we really don't like you.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not that you're not awesome. We're just not compatible.
Yeah.
It's like we met on Tinder and we banged and it was good, but there was something weird about it. So, I don't know. I've never Tindered. I just assumed this is how it would go.
I Tindered. That's how exactly.
That's exactly how it. I've seen a few episodes of shows where they brought up Tinder, and that's my experience.
Yeah. There's something abusive about the relationship, and it all just sort of continued.
We had a good night. Let's just forget about it.
Right.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is. There it
It's
is.
like, hey, thanks for anal on the first date, but also anal on the first date.
Jesus Christ. Drunk. What I was going to say.
Jesus. Okay. You know who you are. You know who you are. God Christ on a crucifix. Jesus Christ. Next.
I have to trim that down a bit. That's what she said. Because I got long pubes.
All to the right.
Moving on.
All right, so now what I want to do, since we're getting into 2019, and as I was just looking at the movies that are going to come out that might be good, there are a lot of them. I broke it down to essentially 2 a month. Although that's how mathematically it adds up, but that's not necessarily how the list goes. 24 movies that I think we may have some interest in. So I'm going to go in order chronologically from
For those playing at home.
from those playing at home, from their release date being from now till the end of the year. And you guys are going to tell me on a scale of 1 to 10 how likely you are to go see it in the movie theaters, and anything else you want to say about it.
So 10 being we'll definitely see it, and 1 being
10 is you're seeing it opening night.
okay.
10 is you're seeing it opening night. So 9 is opening weekend. 8 is hopefully opening week. You might go see it that Monday or Tuesday, depending on how your work schedule goes. Maybe Wednesday, catch a matinee, you kind of go from there. 1 is, or 3 is not likely, but who knows? Maybe I'm bored. I'll have a day off. It's Tuesday. I've seen everything else.
It's ready.
What was happening?
Oh, some weird pop-up ad that you're getting there. Okay, so let's get started, huh? The very closest release is one that will happen a few days after you listen to this episode. If you listen to it right when it comes out. January 11th, Hellboy.
8.
Paul gives it an 8. All right.
Yeah, that was my number initially as well. 8.
Really? I will agree with you. I'm hoping to go see that on like a Monday, Tuesday matinee or something. I'm not going to go out of my way to see it. Hopefully, initially, it gets some good reviews. But
Well, the whole backlash it got from the lighthearted trailer.
I don't get that. I thought the
Mhm.
trailer was fun. I
That was
liked how
great.
it made it its own. Still was Hellboy, but didn't try to, it was clearly not Ron Perlman. And Ron Perlman was great, but you have to make it your own story. You can't. I thought it was good.
I did too. Thought it'd be darker than that, and
I did too.
I'm kind of excited for a
for a lot of
lighthearted take
people,
on
from what I read,
Hellboy.
it seemed like it was going to be a somewhat continuation.
Mhm.
Like from Guillermo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the universe he made.
So I was speaking of Guillermo del Toro. This is a little segue here, but I want to share it with you anyways. I was telling Vic, I was at this restaurant or bar, rather, it's called the Anchor Bistro in Twin Falls. And I was told the bartender, I was like, "What good tequila you got?" He's like, "Well, I got some Patron," and I was like, "Not crap boy tequila, good tequila." He's like, "Don Julio." I was like, "Oh," he said a few others, and I, for some reason, started to tune out. And he's like, "Oh, and I got this one. It's like $75 a shot." And I was like, "The fuck did you just say?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's tequila made by Guillermo del Toro. It's like a $650 bottle of tequila. It's super rare. It was like $75 a shot."
Jesus
Did you do it?
Christ.
No,
Okay.
I was like, I know I just got promoted, but that paycheck hasn't hit in yet. So who knows? Maybe I'll go back. If you want to come down to Twin Falls with me, I'll buy you a shot of $75 tequila.
Yeah, what's
Damn.
in your bed?
Well, but Jesus Christ, dude. There you go. I can't remember what the name of it was. Will you give that a goose real quick? Vic?
Del Toro.
Del Toro tequila. While you're looking that up, number 2, Glass. I just rewatched Unbreakable actually. So then you have Split and now
Mhm.
Glass. So that one that is January 18th.
I would give it an 8.
This one I'm likely to give it a 10 because I want to see it opening weekend and I don't want any spoilers, but knowing my schedule, it'll probably be an 8.
Exactly.
You've seen Split?
I have.
Okay.
I
Vic,
have.
you seen Split?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what do you give it?
I'm gonna go 9. I would go.
Ooh.
I would make shit move out of my way to make sure I saw.
I'm
this
so
movie.
excited for this. I'm gonna be so pissed off if I get any spoilers. Did you figure it out?
I think it's called Patron X.
Oh, it's a special Patron. Guillermo del Toro. Yep,
Yeah.
Patron X. So it's a special Patron. Oh, that's
Release
upsetting.
the spirit.
Release the spirit. The other one said he was like by or for or something. Oh, interesting. And it is Patron. Well, that makes me a little less excited. But I know, yeah, he's from Jalisco, Mexico. Cool. Well,
Cool.
good for them. All right.
Yeah.
What do we got next? Coming out February 8th, Lego Movie 2, the second part. I love that that's the actual title also.
I'm gonna go 7 on this one.
I'm gonna go 8.
8?
You're gonna need consistency of what I say here, guys.
See, and I, again, I like 8, but it's animated and I'm excited for this movie, but I'm also probably leaning towards the 7.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go out of my way to see this one. I'll probably wait till it comes out home theater.
Okay.
But I am excited.
You
I'm
know,
excited.
I was thinking I was gonna take like one of my nephews or all my nieces and nephews to watch it.
And that's a great excuse, but I
Yeah.
don't really have that excuse.
I don't either. Yeah, I can't do that.
But here's another animated one right after that on. Oh fuck! I lost it. Hold on, I'm starting to get a little.
Bring it back.
Wait,
Bring it back.
wait. Oh, there we go. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World,
Like a boss.
February 22nd.
9.
9 or 3
9,
easily.
really?
I love the How to Train Your
You
Dragon
guys are
series.
oh, dude.
That's fun. I don't even care. I'm an adult.
And
It's
we're gonna
fun.
get like what Lady Toothless in this,
Mhm.
like the wife. So we'll see. You guys are at 9.
I've even seen the show.
Oh, you watched
Or
the show?
Yeah.
Well,
no,
there's
I'm-
the Netflix one. Is
Yes,
that the
the
one?
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard it's pretty good.
It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
So I'm probably right there with you guys. I want to see that one as soon as
Let's
fucking
make a
possible.
bro date.
Bro day.
Bro date. Fuck you, Will. I'm just kidding. Will, would you come with us?
Hey, and I hope you're feeling better, bro. Our poor
Right.
man, he's got the pneumonias. So positive thoughts for Will. Like
I
I
need that.
I got pneumonia in the 8th grade, dude. I was bedridden for almost a month. That
Yeah.
shit sucks. I
Bad
get it.
days.
I really feel for him. Like I hope he.
Get
He's
better.
such a good person too. That's what makes me so sad. I always hate when like that's not even something if I don't like you, I don't want you to get sick, but obviously I give him a lot of shit, but I legitimately really adore Will.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then it
Will's
makes
the
me
best.
sad that he's got fucking pneumonia,
I know,
man.
man.
So sorry if we're airing out your personal illnesses
But,
out there, Will, but it's not your fault. And for real. Get well.
And we want you
We,
back.
we
here
wanted
with
you
us.
on this podcast, man. So,
We need you, buddy. Yeah.
yeah. Poor fucking
Your dick is huge.
guy. For a white guy, at least. All right, and then on March 8th, we've got Captain Marvel. I'm telling you what, I'm answering that one. I'm giving that a motherfucking 10. I cannot wait.
I'll go 9.
Really? What about you, Vic?
I'm gonna go 10. I'm still laughing at what Jerry said. Jesus Christ. No, I really want to see this movie.
This is 100% a 10 for me.
100% a 10 for me. I'm gonna watch as soon as I fucking possibly can.
Yeah. This is one of those, like, if it has that early play Thursday night release, I want to watch it at like 7 o'clock on Thursday.
I'm gonna have it in
I
there.
feel you there. It's
Yeah.
just, it was the time we all went to go watch Watchmen on opening night.
Oh my
And
god.
then my night was ruined.
Dude.
Our nights were ruined.
That's
And it's
true.
just sort of like getting, PTSD from it. It's just sort of like, I'll wait like a day or two.
I feel you. I feel you on
Okay.
that one. That
I
is
can see
definitely. Because, Watchmen was that way, I think. V for Vendetta was almost that way, too.
There's always a douchebag.
Yeah, that was the perfect example, Paul. Don't be a douchebag in the theater. Also, shut the fuck up and watch the movie.
Shut your dick up.
There's a good chance I might kill you. Coming out March 22nd, let's talk about Godzilla, King of Monsters. That's probably an 8 for me.
I think it's an 8 for me as well.
I'll watch it like that Monday or Tuesday or something as soon as possible. I don't know if I'll do an opening weekend, but I love me some Godzilla.
Yeah.
This one looks like visually it's going to be a spectacle. I'm definitely going to see it in theaters. I don't want no spoilers, so hopefully I'll jump on that.
Did you watch a Netflix animated series?
No,
Didn't know there was one.
Neither did I.
because I'm a douchebag, but I've heard it's really good.
I'm not. I'm a big robot guy. I'm not a kaiju guy.
Not a kaiju guy.
Yeah.
See, and I like the kaiju more than the robots on my
See,
side.
I
so-
love the robots more than the kaiju myself.
I'm like a
as well.
6 on that.
Really?
Yeah.
What about you, Vic?
Yeah, I'm probably sitting at a 7. Because ultimately, I think the way that movie should be viewed is on a big screen, and
For sure.
that's why I'm like, I'm gonna skew
For
it
sure.
Is
higher
Zordon
towards
in
that.
this? Is Bryan Cranston hanging out?
He
He,
did.
he already did. He
He
already
did.
did.
He
What about
did.
Kick-Ass? Did he die in that movie?
I don't think he's back in this one.
He's not back? It's like a reboot?
No,
Continuation?
it's a continuation, but you don't need anybody from the first movie.
You don't need
There's
Scarlet
got-
Witch?
No.
Okay.
Not in this. All right, coming out April 5th. Shazam!
Jasmine.
Shazam.
Oh man, this is an 8 for me.
This is
Actually,
an 8 for you. Bob.
I'm so curious about this movie because it looks like it could be really bad. I almost want, I'm gonna say I'll go 10.
I'm a 10 on this.
You're
one.
a 10?
I'm a 10 on
Yeah,
this one. You guys
okay.
know I'm a 10 on this one. Again, I have to watch this before spoilers. And I know I don't even have to ask, but I know we're off this one coming out May 3rd. To me, the most anticipated movie of the year.
What kind of game is it?
It's the end game, baby.
Man,
Man,
Oh
I love that.
shit! Get your
Yeah.
towels ready.
Come on. So I'm just gonna write down a 10.
that's a
On this
10.
notebook.
Easy.
Actually, I'm gonna
Yeah.
cross this out. We're gonna turn it up to 11.
Oh
That's gonna break the
shit!
scale on
Yeah.
this one. Let's be
Well, you're
real.
not gonna be able to fucking, you're gonna reserve like
Come on
months in
now.
advance
The
to get
moment
a
I'm gonna,
ticket.
yeah,
Yeah.
when it comes, I'm buying those tickets. Like we get
Yeah.
VIP full access. It's getting nuts.
We're
If,
doing it.
if a person brings their baby, I'm gonna punch that baby and that parent.
Absolutely.
Oh, easily.
I'm calling Child Protective Services.
Oh, I'm gonna like fly from the rafters above with a fucking elbow. It's like a stone cold stunner and fucking destroy that person. Yeah,
Go.
that's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'd be about that.
Pay attention.
Yeah, don't bring your fucking kids to my endgame movie. I'll kill you both.
It's the end game.
It's the end game. And 2 days later, is it 2 days? Oh, sorry, the next week, May 10th, we've got Pokemon, Detective Pikachu.
Pokemon.
Okay, so when I watched this trailer, and I actually think I sent you guys the link to the trailer the day it came out. 7.5.
Okay. I'm gonna go a 6. I'm not gonna go out of my way for this movie.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a 1.
I'm not even
I
concerned
don't
about
fucking
it.
care about
Yeah.
Pokemon. I just don't care. I've like never seen anything Pokemon. I'm not gonna start with this.
I
Well,
like it.
it's the Pokemon world that appeals to the mass.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu,
Sure,
and he's talking to
sure,
his dude.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Just fucking cool.
Don't catch them all, Jerry.
But the following week, number 10, also might get a 10. Coming out May 17th. I'm talking about John Wick Chapter 3.
Oh shit, son.
Oh my god, that's a 10.
That's a 10.
That's
We're
a
all
10.
good. We're all
That's a
not even worried
motherfucking
about it.
10.
I'm going to
We
get that.
going. We going. That's
Yeah.
another Thursday night release, almost an 11.
Yep.
But let's talk about number 11. The following week, May 24th, Aladdin.
Oh shit, son.
The live action Aladdin. Will Smith.
Ooh.
I have, so again, as I've said before, I have yet to see a live action Disney movie remake. This might be the first one I watch, but also this might be the first really bad one.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this, man.
I'm gonna have to give myself a 6 because I don't know. I might, if I hear it's good, I might jump out and see it right away. If it's bad, I might not. I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, I'm gonna go 5. I'm in the middle as well. I have no fucking clue where I'm at with this.
I'm at a 1.
Oh, wow.
I just don't care for these live action Disney movies.
Okay. Have you seen any of them?
I watched Beauty and the Beast, and it's actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
I just don't care for these live action remakes, though, to be honest.
Exactly.
Interesting. All right, let's move a little bit further down the road. June 7th here. Dark Phoenix.
Oh,
So a little bit more up our alley in the comic book things, because we love X-Men, we love comic books, we love comic book movies. How are the X-Men movies still a fucking thing that are happening?
People keep watching them,
Yeah.
man.
it's like the Fast and
It
Furious.
really
It's not gonna
is.
stop.
But, and I hate to say this, Fast and the Furious might be better than the X-Men movies.
Not
No, you're not wrong.
As a whole, divide like on an average percentage of how watchable and rewatchable the movies are. What do you guys think? Fantastic.
Well, keep in mind that Jerry fucking
Hates
he's not into
Fantastic
Fast and
Four.
Furious.
What did I say? Fast and Furious. Not a fan. But, and that maybe the thing is, I love X-Men so much that seeing a bad X-Men movie upsets me way more than a bad Fast and the Furious.
What was the question?
All right, Dark Phoenix, scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, dude, like 5. I've given up on X-Men.
100% right there with you.
Yeah,
5. Not gonna jump out unless I'm bored, got nothing better to do. Although that's our friend Kevin's birthday.
Good man.
We'll see what happens. But
Sick man.
again, if it's well, I'm gonna watch it either way. If it's well reviewed, I might watch it sooner. If it's shitty, I might watch it on a dollar theater night or something like that. But probably won't go out of my way for it.
fair enough. Yeah, I'm a 5 as well.
Excuse me.
I'm not in it.
The following week, this is another interesting one. June 14th, we got Men in Black International. June 14th, that's also Pete's birthday.
Happy
Flag
birthday, Pete. Yeah, Flag Day.
Men in Black International.
MIBI.
I'm also going to give that a 5. I'm not, for some reason. As much as I like Hemsworth, I like Liam Neeson, I like Tessa Thompson. Just something that I just don't have confidence in this movie.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll see a trailer and something will change, but as of now, nah.
I really enjoyed the first Men in Black, but after that, it just got fucking silly, and it's not necessary. I'm a 5.
I think it will be entertaining. I think it will be a lot like R.I.P.D. It's just sort of like, it is what it is.
But
I'm not saying it's a good movie. I'm not saying it's a good
Okay.
movie. But I'm saying there are parts in the movie just like, it's like a live action cartoon. You just kind of take it what it is. But personally, I would say 5 as well.
Okay.
4.5 or 5.
We'll just go with 5s on that one.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
As it is,
I
right?
don't give a fuck. Tessa Thompson is super sexy.
All right. She's a beautiful woman for sure.
Great. Great.
And then the following week, Toy Story 4. 4.
I just don't think there needs to be another Toy Story. I'm like a 1 on this one. I'm not gonna go out of my way about it.
So here's the weird thing. I'm kind of surprised you said that because I like one Toy Story movie, and that's the first one. I don't like Toy Story 2. I don't like Toy Story 3. I know that may be controversial,
Oh,
but I
shit.
have no excitement to see this movie. I'm
Oh,
over
yeah.
Toy Story. I am also giving this a 1. That is strange. Didn't expect the same from you.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Paul, you gonna talk shit about this or what?
Well, the thing is, I haven't seen 2 or 3, so I don't give a fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Brewnomics coming in at a 1 for Toy Story 4. Look
Average.
at
You know
that.
who has seen this movie? Probably Will.
Right? That would be it.
So Will get back at
Yeah,
us.
he's gonna come on next week. I can't believe you guys gave that a 1.
God damn.
Okay, next up we have July 5th, day after Independence Day. This one, Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm giving it a 10. I can't wait for
10.
this.
I'm gonna go ahead and wait for
This is a 10
Yep.
for me. We opening. Was that a yep from you, Paula?
Sure.
Sure.
I was 9 or 10, really.
You're 10 now. Okay, we're rounding
Cool.
up. That's
Good. Yeah, I'm with the good looking people.
Well, now that you are here, it's officially the good looking people. Let's talk about the following week, July 19th, 2 weeks actually, Lion King. So this is the one, I'm a little bit more on this one just because the voice cast is quite intriguing.
Right.
I'm gonna give this one, I think I'm gonna have to give it a 6.
Okay.
Because this one I actually might see. Also a big Lion King fan, but I don't know, man.
I mean, who isn't? We grew up with this movie. This movie was like the fucking climax of what it was to
Right.
be animated and a fucking tear.
But again, this is probably my favorite, one of my favorite Disney movies. It's top 3. Sometimes it's hard for me, but it's 2 and 3 always flip flop. That's Lion King and Aladdin. Number 1, surprisingly, I fucking love Lilo and Stitch.
That's a great movie.
That's my number 1. But so this one is really up there. This one I like because it's a lot more emotional. It has a lot better, I think, journey story than Aladdin does. But the humor and the music in Aladdin is so good that it helps. So I don't know, man. I might go see this one again. A lot of the cast in this one intrigues me, because I remember what John Oliver is. What's the fucking parrot's name?
Zazu.
Zazu. Then we got Beyonce. There's Nala. Whole bunch of other people who I can't think of right now. But I remember it's a great cast list, so I am intrigued.
People not known for their voice acting, but
Also,
celebrity.
which is kind of let's not go off on that,
Yeah.
but just rate it 1 to 10. What do you guys think? I gave it a 6.
I'm with you, Jerry. I'm a 6 as well.
I'm a 4.
Paul is a 4.
Yeah.
Huh? All right.
I mean, I could see it in theaters, but it's not necessary.
Probably not necessary.
I'd rather go see the Broadway show before I see the movie.
Right? Absolutely. You might be onto
Yeah.
something there. July 26th, let's talk about a Fast and the Furious story, Hobbs and Shaw.
Without O'Connor, we're nothing.
Yeah, that's true. God, I'm like a 5 on this one.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
so surprised. I thought you guys were going to be much higher on
it's,
this
it's,
one.
it's taking Statham and The Rock, and let's just make more money. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's a
man.
cash grab, and I just don't think it's going to be it's going to be an interesting story worthwhile.
Oh, I'm straight up a 1 on this. I might not and I love The Rock. I love Dwayne Johnson, but I don't give a fuck about Fast and the Furious and the fact that it's Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
What a fucking stupid.
Yeah,
movie.
dude. It's gonna
I'm
be
I'm
like,
already disappointed in this shit.
I'll
Will
go and
Ferrell.
continue on with my week. after
All right,
that,
let's
yeah.
come out August 2nd here. The New Mutants. More of it. So we got a little X-Men, more of a new coming of age horror movie style movie. This I am a 9 on. I want to watch this opening weekend as soon as possible. I am excited
Yeah, I'm
for
gonna,
New Mutants.
I'm gonna sit with an 8.
You're an 8?
I'm an 8.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is another one though. Can you, when you guys look up, remind me who directs this real quick? I know the name, I want to say it, but I feel like I'm going to be wrong.
I know Will's brother is in it from Stranger Things.
Right.
Will Byers.
Good old Byers. But for, clickety click in the computer.
Josh Boone.
Huh. Well, never mind.
Oh, you know Josh Boone.
Apparently.
Fucking that guy.
He did like The Fault in Our Stars and a whole bunch of terrible movies. Wait, I thought, really? Man, I thought it was like James Wan again or something. Like,
You know James Wan? James Wan's coming out, kicking ass.
man, kicking ass. Well, son of a bitch, so much for that. Who knew? Who knew? All right, well, let's move all the way up to September. Let's talk about It Chapter 2.
10.
10 for
Fucking
Paula.
10.
Huh?
Yeah.
What about you, Vic?
I think I'm like an 8 on this one.
I'm right there with you. I'm like an 8. I'm excited to go see it. I can't wait. But it's not going to be right away.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna watch it by myself. Yeah.
You're like, I don't need none of you
Yeah.
motherfuckers with
I
me.
rewatch that remake at least once every 4 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Intense.
All right. Well, here's one I'm interested to see what you guys rate. Coming out October 4th. Let's talk about Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh shit, son.
I'm scared. That's the thing. I don't want to be disappointed.
Right. So that's I'm an 8 on because again I'm gonna like give me a minute. Let me hear some things. How should I set my expectations? Okay, let's go.
I think I'm a 7 here, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Extrapolate. Explain yourself.
Well, once like you said, I need to wait time. I need to understand how this is gonna be so I can set my expectations on what I'm watching. God, yeah, I don't know that I need a Joker origin story as well. I
That's
may
what
even
I'm
skew a little lower because I
Yeah.
just don't think that I need it.
True. This is dangerous territory, but it could be so good.
It could
It
be.
could be, it
You're
could
right,
be.
exactly.
It could be.
Paula.
I'm gonna go in the middle. I'm gonna be the meat in your sandwich. 7.5.
Whatever.
You know you want me inside you.
All right, let's talk about November 8th, Sonic the Hedgehog.
I didn't even know this movie was coming out.
Controversy surrounding this movie, especially with the Sonic posters,
God, I'm at a 1 here.
but a great voice cast. See, I'm at like a 6
Are you?
on here because the voice cast is so good.
I'm not going out of my way.
I
to
love the
see
Sonic
this.
games, but Sonic's also had a lot of shit in its history.
Fair.
But Ben Schwartz has never been Sonic, and Jim Carrey's never been Dr. Robotnik.
Also true.
So there's that. Paula.
0.
Oh, you.
0.
That's you're getting okay. So one.
Yeah.
Zero's not an option.
No, man, I didn't care. That's a 0.
That's a one.
1 is kind of like,
Let's talk
meh.
about shut up, Paula. This
You
next
shut up.
November 22nd, the official untitled, but still Terminator reboot. Another Terminator movie, but they're actually bringing back the original Sarah Carter or Linda. I'm forgetting her, I'm spacing on her name right now, but from Terminator 2. But I'm probably gonna give this maybe a 3 because I'll watch it, but I'll probably watch. I'm just Terminator's let us down so many times.
Agreed. I'm like a 4 on this one. I just don't give two shits about it.
I give an extra shit than I do.
He does this. I can't choose 0 currently. I choose 1.
All right. Yeah.
I've given up on Terminator.
Fucking, it's hard not to. Understandable. Let's talk about Jumanji 2, December 13th.
God damn it, dude. I give it a 1.
You give it a what? See, I
Yeah.
surprisingly, I didn't like it the first time, but the second time I really liked it. We're getting Danny DeVito in this one, but it's going to be a cash grab. It's going to be shit. That's my prediction. I'm gonna give it a 2. Not quite a 1, because who knows? Maybe I will watch it at some point.
We're all going to watch it.
Yeah,
Depends how
I'm
we
gonna give
like
it a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do so. No, I'm not even. I'm a 1.
You're a 1. I'm trying to be positive.
Not even.
All right, and then maybe one of the following second most anticipated movie of the year. Let's finish up here on December 20th. Star Wars Episode 9.
Ooh, shit.
I'm a 10 on this
It's taking too long for me to get back to this, man. Like,
Yeah.
I've lost interest.
one. Yeah,
I'm at like a fucking maybe 7.
maybe, but he
Yeah.
never gave that much of a shit about Star Wars to begin.
That's true, but Ray's stupid cute.
She's cutie pie for sure. But I'm still on 10. I'll always be on it. I'm always gonna watch my Star Wars right away. What about you, Big Dick Vic?
I'm
Big
gonna,
dick.
I'm gonna go with a 9.
Nine.
Yeah.
Oh, big dick.
I'll move some shit around to make this happen. I do like my Star Wars.
And I mean, and because it's such a historical event, you kind of have to.
I'll hang
You
out.
have to.
Yeah, I'll go with you guys. Look out for that big dick.
So again, but I can out of all these movies, what are you guys most excited for? Number 1. 1, 2, 3.
And number 1, Endgame.
Endgame.
It's
Hands down.
Easy. Easy all day. That's the number 1.
All
I
right.
live with 2 people who haven't seen all the Marvel movies. They watched fucking Infinity Wars and they're like, what was that about? Yeah, and I was like, God damn you fucking asshole.
You have to earn the right to watch Infinity Wars. You
You
cannot
have
just
to.
turn that movie on.
Yeah.
You have to put
to.
in the work, the
Straight up.
18 movies of work.
I'm
to
talking
get
about you,
there.
Jerry.
Yeah,
not gonna
fucking
listen to
Jew,
us, it's
Jerry.
fine.
He might. He might.
And this
Eventually.
modifies.
We'll see.
They're not listening to this. I was so angry when they were like, Infinity War was okay. I'm like, man, you guys are pieces
I'm
of
gonna
shit.
punch you right in your testicles and your vagesticles.
Piece of shit.
All right, well, let's take another quick break real quick. We'll get back, drink another beer, talk about some other stuff.
You gotta pee?
It's so bad.
I do, yeah.
I do.
I'm there too. You can go for it. It's your
So
house.
bad.
Second pre-break. YouTube. Can I like my own video? Is that something I can do? I cannot. I cannot.
Oh my God. Why did- All right, well, I'm done. Cool. Let's see what you guys. That was a lot of talking about.
Where do we leave off at?
Jared just finished his list.
And where do you want to come into?
We can roll into your list, or I can start with some games that I'm looking forward to.
I'd say you can go through games, and then I can come into what people be more interested in. You can go with your games. Go with your games, because you and Jerry probably have more to talk about that than I do about my anime. Since you guys probably won't have anything to say about it at all.
Well, yeah, and that's my problem, which is like, you probably don't have a lot to say about games. We probably don't have a lot to say about anime, so it's definitely around.
It's neither or. And we have one more beer to go through.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for the time's sake, I think why don't I just talk about my anime, since you guys probably won't have much to say about it at all. And we go into the games, and you guys will have more to say about it as we go through our beer.
Where are we at time frame? That's one thing before I might do that. There's only one anime. There's one anime coming out that I give a shit about.
The One Punch? Yeah. Cool. And then I have another anime you guys don't give a shit about. So we can go through mine real quick and then go through the games and then have the beer during the games. Or
I don't. We can. I don't. We can just do the beer now, or when we come back. Should we? Beers then.
go with the beer.
Because if we're not gonna take that long, why don't we come back and do the beer? So Paula, you bring us back all together. Huh?
Okay.
You'll be in charge of this shit.
You're opening it, right? I don't have any cups or anything. I thought you were opening it. I thought we were going to talk about my. Wait,
No, here it is, right here.
Oh, okay. All right, you can bring it back. Wait. Okay.
okay. So I'm going to bring us back. And then we'll go with the beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Hey there, Brew Crew. I really hope you enjoyed that advertisement about what we were talking about, because I'm pretty sure it was really informative. We're coming back with the beer right now that I got earlier today. Drew, can you tell us about that particular beer, please?
I will do my best. Thanks for picking this up. We've had these guys, I think this is maybe the third time, if memory recalls right. We've had this on the podcast. Oma Gang Brewery out of Cooperstown, New York. This is their Brute IPA, a dry, sparkling India Pale Ale. Very appropriate because, you know, it's got a lady with champagne on it looking like she's bringing in the new year, as of course we kind of are right here. So this is a fun, oh my gosh, it immediately pours like champagne.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit. Wow, did not
Whoa.
expect that. Wow, okay. So let's see how this goes. It doesn't really say what our ABV, 6.3 ABV, and it wants us to serve at 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So you actually probably need to let it warm up just a smidge because it wasn't a cooler here. Oh,
You're so hurt. You're so good at a head, Jerry. So good.
thanks for noticing. I can't believe how heady this beer is. That's bananas. So what do we got on the Untapped?
So Untapped has this at 6.3% alcohol by volume. It's sitting at 49 IBUs. It has 524 total check-ins. That's 515 unique check-ins and approximately 197 check-ins this month. It's sitting at a 3.71 average rating derived from 446 check-ins added by November 15th, 2018.
Who tries to claim they're the champagne of beers? Is that Miller?
But it's
Is it?
yeah, Jerry and I had this discussion.
We did earlier. I couldn't
We
remember.
we could figure it out.
Oh, did you read that paragraph there?
Not yet.
Well, why don't you get on that?
Some bitch. All right, here we go.
I love your voice, Vic.
So it says, though we're nestled on a 19th century American hop farm, our roots stretch back across time and water all the way to Belgium. Brut IPA brilliantly expresses the best of both proud brewing cultures, dry hopped with a Mandarina, Bavaria, Citra, and Calypso. Patiently bottled condition in our cellars, this sparkling sensation is beautifully balanced and intriguingly effervescent, with a bright burst of hops and only 140 calories. It's a perfect match for life's lighter moments.
I wish people could see how this is pouring right now. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you can, but like the head, it's almost like a root beer float, the way that it sits on there.
Put
You
his
put your dick in it?
Oh, jinx.
Jesus.
10.
So, for those of us who don't know, a little fun insider knowledge about Brewnomics, it doesn't matter what the drink is. If it's a root beer float, when we say it here, it's because, well, you put your dick in it,
Somebody put their dick in
no
it.
matter what. If you're like, that's not a root beer float, but we call it a root beer float, it's a good chance because, well, we just recently dipped our phallus in your beverage.
But no one's purposely put their dick in a drink at all.
Speak for yourself on that one.
Like the funny hair in my drinks.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, I guess we got to kind of give it a second for this head to settle here. What were the other? I think we had a Scotch Ale from these guys.
We've also had a sour from them.
And a sour from them. That's right. Interesting. I like that you pulled that out. God, I keep wanting to say things, but I'm distracted. I'm intrigued to try this. So again, what was the ABV? We're over 6.5% on this guy.
Mhm.
So we're sitting pretty good.
It's a very heady beer.
Here's a fun trick. If you have a lot of head on your beer, rub your pinky on like the corner of your nose on your skin there, and the oil actually, and then rub it on the foam, and the oil on your skin kills the head. Takes it down a little bit, lets you drink it faster. It's kind of weird and people look at you funny, but then it works. Here's the proof. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see this. It's an interesting beer. It definitely looks, it has that champagne color, except it looks like unfiltered champagne.
It's not working for
Almost.
me.
Maybe you're just not greasy enough, Paul.
I have a zit right here. It's pissing me off.
Just rub your zit
Right
in.
here.
Gross.
You're looking at it.
There's almost, I feel like no smell to this. Did you read the notes on there? Is that different? than what we got on
So
the
I
website?
pulled this up from the information I'm about to read to you is from Beer Advocate, and this is what their tasting notes are. It says Ommegang Brut IPA is brewed with Pilsner malt and flaked corn and hopped and dry hopped with Mandarina, Bavaria, Calypso, and Citra varietals, followed by a 2-week bottle conditioning process to achieve exceptional levels of carbonation. It pours a light straw color with crystalline clarity, aromas of dank, resinous pine, grapefruit, and a pineapple precede a lively effervescence and a crisp, dry finish.
Have you guys sipped on this yet? It's phenomenal. I really enjoy this.
You really do get everything that he just described.
Absolutely. And it does kind of have that fun champagne carbonation to it. When you sip it, dances on your palate a little
Sure
bit.
does.
I'm digging this.
I'm digging it as well. I get that dank aspect to it as well as that grapefruit and that pineapple smoothness.
Paula, again, this episode was pretty much brought to us entirely by you, my man.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
No condoms.
it really was, with the exception of the Spectre on there. Yeah, condoms are, I know you've got that latex intolerance, sheepskin only. Tell us about this Ommegang beer. What you spent on this bitch?
This was around $3.40.
$3.
Okay.
$3.40 a bottle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for a nice, almost pretty much 12 ounce of beer.
Yep.
So not too bad, not too low, especially since it is a IPA Brut.
Right.
371 on Untapped. I will start us off. I enjoy this. I'm gonna give it a 4. I like this beer a lot. This might actually be my favorite beer of the night. What about you two gentlemen of color?
Goddamn. I'm gonna go 375 on this one. It's not blowing my dick away. I do like the notes that it has. I like the price point. It is very drinkable. So yeah, 375 for me. Jesus. PK, what's your dick say?
Sup, color guy number 2.
Good.
I will go 3.25. I'm not overly impressed with this, but at the same time, I don't mind drinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bubbliness is nice. I need a bottle. It's a brew IPA. I don't really know what to expect from a Champagne IPA.
Yeah.
I do get the hints of the IPA that is giving. Also, but I'm not the biggest fan of champagne as well.
I bet if you threw some orange juice or something like that in here, maybe a splash of vodka, this could probably be a fun little beer cocktail.
I think so. It's a
We
good idea.
should try this.
I'm about that. I'll be down with that.
That's a good idea.
All right. Well, so we all rated it?
We did.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about some more stuff. So much coming out in 2019. So much stuff. I'm even excited about some anime stuff coming out, but not as excited as Paula is. You guys like that segue?
Oh,
Solid.
let's look out for One Punch.
One Punch!
Which
One
has to be the best anime fucking intro ever.
I think it just might be. That's actually my alarm whenever I wake up in the morning. I'm not even beginning to kid you. Every time I wake up in the morning, it's just. Wait.
Is what you wake up to? Just One Punch, just yelling at you.
I was actually thinking we should have an episode based entirely off of what our favorite theme songs of all time were. And that very well may be mine.
I wake up to the 8-bit ringtone of Pacific Rim every day. That has not changed for the last 3 years of my life. I fucking love it.
I wake up to Pokemon.
Really?
The very best.
I was as much as I watched maybe 3 episodes of Pokemon in my entire life. I know that theme song almost by heart.
Oh, you should.
It is a great song.
Train them is my cause.
Pokemon!
Gotta catch 'em all.
It's true. You know it's the best.
Okay.
But season 2 is coming out. One
Yep,
Punch Man.
finally.
April 2019. Finally. Thank you for saying that. Because finally. It's like waiting for Rick and Morty. God damn
It's
it.
even worse than waiting for Rick and Morty. It has been a much longer wait. Like One Punch fans have been patient. I'm so glad you brought that up. What else we got, Paul?
Well, a show that I watched, I know you guys don't watch or have read the anime or manga, is Kakaguri, Compulsive Gambling. It's a private school where kids.
Oh, I think you've talked about this
I have
before.
talked
Okay.
about this. There's a lot of fan service. When I say fan service, I mean tits and ass. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what your fan is.
This TNA is brought to you by Strong Women, so it kind of like balances itself out. But anyway, this particular teenage schoolgirl, I'm not helping myself at all right now, but I'm
No.
explaining the TV show.
It's okay. Yeah.
She kind of turns this school of gambling into she turns it upside down. She she goes against the regular ruling, and she goes against the powers that be, and kind of just puts everybody and lets everybody know that you're not you're not a shitty person. Because if you lose at gambling, you're a shitty person. You have no money, and you're basically a slave within this particular TV show. And she brings it back to say, you do you, and hopefully you can come back as a winner. The show itself does not sound interesting at this particular moment, but it's pretty fucking well done. I'm not gonna lie. I think storyline is done really well. It goes on to strategy, which I don't know if you guys are interested in even watching, and how to win a game. And
Fucking Asians and gambling.
Asians and gambling, and tits and ass.
And tits and
And
ass.
tits and ass, yes. And that's what I'm excited about in anime in 2019.
All right.
What about you,
Awesome.
Vic?
Well, not on the anime front, but more on the video game front. I'm looking forward to a few games. I primarily have a PlayStation 4, so that's what I'm going to focus on here. If you have a different console, I'm sorry, you can go fuck yourself. You can add in the comments below. I'm looking forward to this game called Cyberpunk 2077. It's an RPG style game that allows you to just really live in this world in the future. It's got a lot of it's a first person situation based on augmented reality, which seems weird at first, but it's pretty cool. I've watched a lot of gameplay about it, and I'm pretty on board with it. There's another game called Anthem that I'm really looking forward to. It's a God damn, how do I sort of describe this game? It's sort of like a Halo style game. It's more-
First person shooter?
not primarily. It's a third person shooter. That game is also sort of an RPG style game. But you are in control of this neck that you're in. Essentially, it's not like Titan, but
Is it like Neck War?
no. You're just God damn. You just have this alternate suit that you wear that allows you to fly and kick ass. And that game's it's got a lot to it. I'm just giving you very basic understanding about it. There's Skull and Bones, which is primarily this is from Ubisoft. This game is based on the Assassin's Creed Black Flag game, where they just
Really?
essentially give you just nothing but the ship parts.
Because people love that game,
They love
especially
that.
on the. So is this an actual like goddamn Assassin's Creed spinoff?
I'm not sure. They're
Okay.
not being forefront about that.
Oh, so this is still pretty okay.
This is based on the engine that they use to animate the Black Flag like ship movements.
Mhm.
So, but that's pretty much all this game is, which is
Okay.
it's all working off the boat and stuff like that. So yeah, interesting. I'm also looking forward to a game called Crackdown 3. This game is based off Terry Crews's vocal performance. He is basically this character is a police force guy who can create digitally anything at will to try to take down all of the gangs that are currently rampant in this current universe, which the Crackdown universe, it is what it is.
Real quick.
Yep.
So I just had a little bit of that, or about half of that rip, that county line rip, Russian
Rest in
Imperial
peace.
Stout, yeah,
Sure.
and this Brute Champagne IPA.
How do you feel about
I
it?
just mixed them together.
What's it look like?
Fix it. Fix it. I enjoy it quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
You just drunk, or is that something?
I don't know, take a sip. Let's just pass it around. Take some sips of the Brute IPA and that Russian Imperial Stout mixed together.
I think it lightens it up quite nicely.
It makes it more.
It does make it more
It's
drink.
Kind of goes like a Moscow Mule situation.
Oh, you think so?
Almost, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you're good.
what other video games do that?
We got Dead or Alive 3, which is coming out on
Oh,
the
no
PlayStation
shit.
3. This game is
No
going,
shit.
it's gonna focus.
No shit.
I shit you not. It's gonna focus less upon the tit jiggling. That's what Dead or Alive is pretty much known for. It's gonna focus more on the anatomy and the combat. So
That'll be fun. I gotta fucking love that. Dead or Alive movie is one of the most underrated, amazing video game movies of all time.
So I just rewatched that like last week.
Oh, no shit.
But I did that because I found myself on a YouTube video to where someone was watching the scene. I can't remember the characters, I'm sorry right now, but it's a hotel scene when the girl is getting investigated by like the FBI, and then they have their guns drawn at her, which is like half naked out of the shower.
Right, with Jamie Kennedy. Oh, no, it was the other. Anyways, yes, I remember what you're talking about.
Yes. And then I was reading the comments, and one person was like, "What movie is this?" Another person was like, "What porn is this?" Anyway, I so thoughtfully could respond, "It's fucking Dead or Alive, you goddamn idiot."
You goddamn idiot. Fucking Neanderthal. I don't think I see it on your list, but I will say there's one game above anything that I cannot fucking wait for so much, and that is The Last of Us Part 2.
That is on there, yeah.
Oh,
I cannot fucking wait. I love the Last of Us. It's one of the best stories of all time, even though it's like a hero that you can't help but empathize for, even though you're like, I don't think you just made the right decision, but I probably would have made the same one. So interesting. So I'm really intrigued with the second one. And then there's only one other video game I can think of that's coming out that I'm excited about next year. I haven't paid that much attention to them because we're not huge gamers, just kind of like medium-sized gamers.
We're medium.
But they're like bringing out the Crash Bandicoot kart racing game again. Do another. I don't know if it's a
Is that for the Switch?
remaster. I know it's gonna be on PlayStation
oh,
because they have to compete with the Switch with Mario Kart. So it's the PlayStation Kart Racer, but it's with Crash Bandicoot again. Did you ever play the original Crash Bandicoot?
that was Sony?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
100%.
Did not know that.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. So because I have the reboots, the remakes of Crash 1, 2, and 3 on the PlayStation, and I'm so excited for this.
That's gonna be pretty rad.
What else?
I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat 11.
Yes.
That comes out this April. It's gonna
I
be
can't believe that
very exciting.
April. I can't believe it's already like. So they've been quietly working on.
We
that.
just saw a trailer. What was it, Jerry? 2 weeks ago.
If that,
If
super
that
soon.
tops.
In April already. What?
Yeah. It's gonna
I
be very
didn't.
exciting.
Wow, that's super soon. I thought it was going to give us like a half a year, a few teasers or something. That's right around the corner. Ooh. I hope they take a lot from like Injustice 2 with the gear system and then the rotating like challenge platforms, like ultimate replayability. Fuck yes.
That'd be great.
Fuck yes.
Oh my God, if they did take advantage of that, that'd be fantastic. Oops, sorry about that. We also have Far Cry New Dawn, which
that's
comes out
right.
February 15th. This takes place after Far Cry 5.
Oh, okay. Which I still haven't played, but
Haven't played
really
that
want
either,
to.
But spoiler alert, yeah. So
Interesting. Okay, so another Far Cry game. I didn't even see that one. All right, so there's a lot of cool stuff coming out in 2019
yeah,
that I know we're excited for. Most importantly, you should be excited for what Brewnomics is doing in 2019. What are we doing? I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be exciting.
We're producing Backdoor Slots 10.
holy shit.
But I do want to know, Brew Crew, tell us your favorite movie, anime, TV show, video game, something you're looking forward to in 2019 that we may have missed, points we may have missed, things you want to argue about. Just let us know. But we really appreciated it, and I'm looking forward to this year. I think it's going to be a good one. What have you guys been watching, doing, reading, playing? You're going to?
Paul?
Oh, I've been catching up on the Seven Deadly Sins. I brought this up before. It's an anime on Netflix,
Nice.
and I really enjoy it. It has a lot to do with a lot of fantasy, but also kind of like Pokemon, where they come up with like power ratings. It's just sort of like your power rating's like over 9,000, you know. And it's just I don't know why I find that so intriguing. It's just how powerful characters can be.
All right.
And then
Wasn't that a Dragon Ball Z thing?
exactly. And then I've been writing Backdoor Slots 10.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's important.
I got not much going on. I've just been working a lot, like way too much. I think that's going to start to settle down. So we'll get into some things. I think got much of an answer for you now. I do think by the next time we talk, I'm going to try and go see Bumblebee though.
Cool.
Maybe we'll see how that goes. So that's going to kind of be my goal. Maybe read a book or two. I got the Dave Grohl autobiography, Foo Fighters one, so I want to kind of read that. We'll see. But that's me. What you got, Vic?
Oh man, I've just been watching movies left, right, and center. So I saw what was it? Hotel? No, this is the casino one. Shit, what the
Oh,
fuck
Bad
is-
Times at the Casino
Yes.
Royale or whatever. I really
Yes.
want to watch that one.
That's a great movie. I watched that. I watched the whole
Bad
entire
Times at the
season
El
2.
Royale. That's
Yeah,
what
Bad
it is.
Times at
Okay.
the El Royale. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
I watched let's see here, the fucking season 2 of Marvel's Runaways. I've watched the first 3 episodes of Young Justice season 3,
Mhm.
both of which are fantastic.
And didn't you
Really
say you
enjoyed
watched
those
like
parts.
Venom?
Did see Venom.
Oh,
I saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Just been catching up on my
Yeah.
shows here, and
You're
that
finally
movie
getting a little
was
bit of time. Good. I'm glad you're
incredible.
getting to catch up. Man.
Yeah,
Right?
that's-
What's that so good?
I fucking love that movie.
If you
with all
haven't,
my
go
heart.
back and watch Paul and I's review on that. Listen
it's great.
or watch it.
It's
It's great. It's
informative.
fucking phenomenal.
Mhm.
It's not too drunk assholes talking.
Oh, well, it is, but it's also great.
It's all over.
But now it's 3 drunk
You'll get a
assholes
boner.
talking. But this is awesome, man.
Wait,
50
boner.
episodes. 50.
5-0.
5-0, 5-0.
Many
Real
more to
combo.
go. We appreciate everybody's love. Finally switched podcast servers, and I wish we would have done it sooner. But I think we're gonna have some cool things on the horizon for you. More reviews, more videos, more dick pics, whatever you're into. But we love everybody's support. We love you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out our YouTube, our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter. I think that's it. You guys got anything else?
Now,
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out. All right. Well, until next time, I'm Jerry.
I'm Paula.
and I'm Vic.
Cheers.
Bye, 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 bye. You want to take a pic with your phone or something?
No.
No?
What do we do?
No, I'm just taking a pic. I think we need more pics of us, just us.
100%. Yeah, I think so too. But no, I definitely want to. All right. You guys want to try? Squeeze in here, Paul. Let's get it a little bit.
I just take a little bit.
The left shot might be blurred. Look at the camera. Hopefully that wasn't too blurry. I'm not able to keep my. I know. We did all right on that
That's
one.
good. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Ugh.
Cool.
What is it, 7:30? Look at that.
Yeah, I like it being earlier.
Me too. Like how
Did that work out? Did that
I
work
think
out?
it did.
You must have your palm like picture necessary, because if you show your palm, you can take a picture.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. You want to screw that YouTube situation on?
It's gonna happen at some point.